Hey everybody! Today we're here on my JotunQuest Valheim modded server. It's been running for about 3 weeks now, and joining me are two of the awesome admins who had made this server possible, who got everything set up for the launch and have been helping to deal with config settings and different things to keep it running since it launched. Because of course Valheim recently released a server sync patch, trying to get the Xbox. Whenever they try to get them consoles working with a PC game, it seems to cause problems. But yeah, so it broke some of our mods, and we had to go through hours of testing to get things working again. But we're working now, and Kondo, say hello to
Oh,
everybody, please. And
good
Kondo,
morning.
Kondo, where are you from, and what time is it over there?
I'm from Queensland, Australia, and it is 7 a.m.
And look at that cool outfit Kondo has on. Snazzy.
Yeah.
One of the new outfits with all the modded content. And what is that? Some kind of armor, Kondo?
Yeah, it's flame metal armor.
Flame metal. Ah, okay. That explains
Currently,
what's
currently
that?
locked. Currently locked.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So we have a lot of cool mods installed, and we have a lot of items locked right now. And because we have a questing system, you're going to be able to unlock things with the questing system to kind of make it, like prestigious to have these things on the server. So over time, and this is going to be a permanent server, so you don't have to worry. You can build whatever you want. It's going to be around for a long time, and we'll be making tweaks and adding mods or taking away mods throughout the life of the server, whatever it needs to, add more content. And we have Vaste over here. Vaste, you want to say hello to the
Hello,
Valheimers out there? Now,
hello.
Vaste, can you tell them what part of the world you're from?
I'm from Argentina, in South America.
Yeah, what is it, like 5 p.m. for you there?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay,
Hmm.
cool. Yep, and of course I'm in good old California, and it's 1 p.m. for me here. And I wanted to start by showing the viewers the starting area for the server. So when you land, you got this cool little starting area, and this is what's the name of this town, Kondo?
In Sarvik.
Kinsarvik. Yeah, and when you enter and leave, a message comes up on the middle of the screen there that says Kinsarvik. So it's kind of fun. All right, I'm going to delete these lights that I just used to light us up. And so when you land, you're going to see these NPCs walking around. And when you click on them, they'll tell you some information, give you a little bit of information about how some things work in this small town of Kinsarvik. And this guy will actually explain to you the different buildings that are here. And we have one down there across the little bridge. We have a little kind of gully stream down here. We have another longhouse up there. We have one there, and then down the path there to the left. We'll get to that here at the later, and then we have this portal here, and this is a portal to spawn, and this is the stone portal. And notice it's glowing blue. It's a pretty cool effect that the stone portal does. One of the modders got the stone portal working for us. That's already in the game code and has been since day one of early access release. Kondo, which building do you think we should go to first?
I don't know, whichever one you want. We'll probably go over this one over here, I reckon, first, the questing building.
Okay, yeah. So
Did
over,
you speak
yeah,
about Sven Forkbeard?
just a little bit. He gives you information about each of the buildings.
I don't know.
Yeah, when you talk to him, he gives you information about each of the buildings. And what's great about the NPC system is, which is a mod called Marketplace by a modder called KG, uh, is that we can place more NPCs here. So the players will see new NPCs standing around or wandering around here. And if they do, that might signal that there's a new quest. They might have some story information to give the players. that will lead them to a new quest. And then, as Kondo was saying, this building over here, where Eric the Red is the questing, where a bunch of quest givers hang out. And if you talk to him, he'll explain about how to use the quest journal and the different types of quests that will be available. And right now we have a series of, what is it, Vaste? Is it 10 or 11 quests?
11 quests, 11 starting quests.
Yeah, so you come in here. These are all NPC quest givers. New here, talk to me. And you can see here, these are all the different starting quests. And so this one starts, it says, I see Hugin has recently dropped you here. Go fight with your fist and I'll give you something extra. So you get a stone axe when you do this quest, and it leads you on to the other quests. And at the end, you get a couple of special items. I don't want to spoil it for you if you're new to the server or you're thinking about joining. But yeah, so we have some starter quests, and the starter quests are to get the players used to how the questing system works. And we have a bunch of other quest givers. So we have Frida here. You want to make stuff? I like to make stuff. Craft this and that. So there'll be some crafting quests here. We've got Sune Colesrud. I am not scared of heights. I'll show you how to build. So crafting quests, building quests. We have a questing board where we can post some special quests. And then we have Sundri, mine for ores or collect wood. I harvest very fast. So there'll be quests associated with mining and harvesting. What do we have here? Grimulf Bone Melter. This is no vacation. I explore the land and seas. So an exploration quest giver. And I know the players are excited to get a quest from this guy. Hopefully we're going to get this guy's quest up soon, because when you start the game, you can't make portals until you finish the starting quest. You get 2 portals. So you get a special item that allows you to make 2 portals. You need this item to craft a portal. So you get 2 of them. You can craft 2 portals. If you want more portals, more of these items to craft portals, you're going to do exploration quests. And once you travel the world and you finish the exploration quest line, you'll get more portal items to make more portals. And this is a way to keep it from being Portalheim, to make portals a little more special like they are. And what it's done is, if you come to my Discord and talk to my players, they'll tell you that, limited portals have really enhanced cooperative play, because everybody has 2, so they have to kind of work together a little bit more to get around to different places. And then we got Helga of Olson. Shield Wall, stay home if combat scares you. So yeah, combat quests will be here. We did have a lot of server fixing to do with the recent patch. So the server's been up just a little under 3 weeks now. And we've mostly got everything fixed. So we're actually working on the new quest lines. And since it's a permanent server, we'll be adding quests here throughout the life. And so the only quest right now is the starting quest. But we have a couple of interesting quests underway right now. Vaste, can we tease yours? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
I can tease something. I can tease that it will be deadly. It's not meant for the new player.
So yours is, I think, going to be more of a combat quest, right? And an exploration, right? A little bit of both.
It's most focused on the ocean.
Yeah, an ocean quest.
Trying to survive it.
Yeah.
It's a combat ocean quest, and it will be painful.
Yeah. So I do
but
have
the reward will make it worth it.
Oh yeah, of course. The reward, all the quest lines are going to have a reward that will make them very worth doing. But yeah, just to say to the viewers too, if you're interested, you can post a question in YouTube chat, or you can join me on my Discord, discord.gg/Jiroc the Viking. We're in the special events voice channel. You're welcome to come on over. Just mute yourself when you get here and add your question in the text chat for that voice channel. And if we pick your question, we'll call you and can unmute and we can talk about your question. But I don't see any big questions yet, so I'm just going to keep on going.
I think they're ready for the new stuff.
Well, yeah, we've got a bunch of players on my server who are already playing the server. As a matter of fact, look at that. There's 17 of them on right now. Since this launched, let me just show you something interesting. Right here, if you go to battlemetrics.com, there are 27,000 Valheim servers, only 1,900 players on right now, so just a bunch of servers sitting around, obviously. But since I launched my server, this modded server, it's been number 3 every day since launch. And I've got a bunch of other servers here as well, so pretty cool. People are enjoying it. Something else fun. When you join my server, I have custom login screens. So instead of the standard Valheim one, you get to see that, and you get a little promotion for my vanilla server. Just a fun thing. But right down here it says Viking Elite Longhouse. So since we're over here, I guess I'll show this. Hey players, by the way, there's now an obliterator right outside the quest house, because sometimes the quest guy may give you stuff that you don't need. You can obliterate it, get some coal. Or if you're in town, because the town is protected and players can't build or destroy anything here, there's an obliterator here to get rid of trash that's laying around like this.
Yeah. This is not a safe zone. It's a starting zone, not a safe zone. So
right. Well,
keep an eye on that.
It's safe if you run into the building and close the door, because the buildings have infinite health. But yeah, just running around here, you can still be attacked, right, Kondo?
Very, yeah.
Yeah, Kondo didn't want a safe zone. He wanted the new players to get chased around here. Did you see that message that popped up? Yeah, and let me just run back again, see if I can get it to pop. Oh, game saving. Oh, there you go. Elite Zone. So this is just a fun little aesthetic area for my elite and higher patrons to come over. There's a bunch of fruit trees and different things here to kind of preview the fruit trees that are in the game, and the elite players can, pick a couple of fruits. It's not a ton here. What do we got? We got an orange tree back here. This happened to be built by a bunch of raspberry bushes, so we have a bunch of raspberry bushes. We have a lemon tree, and we have a banana tree. I love the banana tree. And then inside are a little bit of preview for the elite player. There is a big rested buff that they can get, but it's basically just a preview of all the cool little knickknacks that have been added with mods that you can use to decorate the game. Some of them do serve a practical purpose, like this alchemy table, and some of them are just decorative. And you can actually write in some of these books and journals, or you can store something in a jewelry box if you want. I don't have any jewelry, but I put some raw pork in there if somebody wants to find it.
It's really important, that pork.
Yeah. But yeah, so just a fun little starting area for and look, a cuckoo clock. So yeah, that's just a little bonus for the elite players to get a preview of what's to come. Oh, there you go. The Kinsarvik pops up, the name of the town. So I'm going to run over here quickly to the next building up the path here. And what we have here is Canute the Great. And see, they salute you too. They have different emotes and stuff they can do. So inside here he says, "And where do you think you're going? You have made it to the marketplace, trader and information center." And then he talks about what's in here. And so in here, there are traders. There's information guys. Yes, you should speak to me first, and he will tell you about all these traders in here. And look at Ogart, a new NPC model, kind of a weird looking goblin thing. But he is a trader, so we can put special items on him to sell to the players. And right now we have crafting stone and crafting soil, and you need these to build certain special things in the game. So it helps having a gold sink in the game, so we don't have too much gold in the game, to make it actually valuable finally. Because if you play in standard Valheim, you just get mountains and mountains of gold and nothing really to spend it on once you buy everything at Haldor and you make all your decorations.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, we've got some Battle Pass information, which we'll be coming down the line. We can talk about that. I need skilled Vikings. Let's see, what does this guy do right here? Kondo Agnar.
All these are
Um,
sorry.
information. These are all the information NPCs. So if you need information on Battle Pass or how to build, craft, decorate all the hammers that may be coming or that will be coming. I think this guy talks about professions. So the skill guys guide you about the different professions.
Oh yeah,
And a bit
okay.
of
We should talk about this because this is, I think, one of the things that is the players are having the most fun with. Correct me if I'm wrong, players, because they're all, a bunch of them are in my Discord channel right now. So professions, they're kind of like skills. So let's see if Vaste is going to block with his. No, he's not blocking. Okay, good. So you can see here. There are pack horse. Let's see, mining, ranching, sailing. Vitality is what, a new passive skill, right?
Yeah, that's not a profession.
Blacksmithing, building, tenacity is another new passive one, and alchemy. And there's more, but I think there's more, right? How many total professions are there?
I have to remember. Like
Actually,
8?
what? Oh, right here. I can hit the P. I should read the NPC. He'll tell me. Hit the
Yeah.
P. So right here we have blacksmithing, building, cooking, farming, lumberjacking, mining, ranching, sailing, alchemy, and jewel crafting. And you can only have 2 skills. So you pick the 2 that you want to level. Now, let's see. Yeah, my admin character hasn't picked any, I don't think. Or maybe these are picked. Select. No, unlearn. Oh, no, I haven't learned any on my admin character. But yeah, you can only pick 2. And that basically unlocks a bunch of cool perks. Each of these professions unlocks a cool perk. And because you can only get 2, you have to really rely on your fellow players to, if you want to get the advantage of their perks, you rely on them. And so it really helps to create a strong bond, a need for each other. In standard Valheim and in other games, if you can do everything, you don't really need anybody. You just run around like a solo player, basically. But because if you want the advantages of the other professions, you lean on them. You trade skill sets, abilities, or the actual items that you can make from the profession, the special items. For example, I think it's blacksmithing, right? That can make your weapons 1 level higher than normal. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So whatever the max level in the game, if you're a high level blacksmith, you can make things 1 level higher, which obviously you can see the bonus there because all the stats of the weapons go up. And then jewel crafting is one of those where you can actually slot jewels into different things and increase their stats. So really, really fun stuff. And I think the players are having fun with that because they have to rely on each other. And it creates a strong marketplace to sell goods. For example, right up here we have Ivar the Skinless. If anybody is a Vikings TV show fan, Ivar the Boneless. We have Ivar the Skinless here, sitting on his throne. And right here, you can list stuff for sale. It looks like somebody has listed a cow for sale.
Yeah.
And there's
Gorth.
5. What's that?
Gorth. The
Yeah.
name's on the right side.
Oh, right. Yep. Gorth is selling some cows for 200 coins each. They must be very valuable to sell them for 200. But yeah, you can list things on here now, so you don't have to be available. In standard Valheim, if you're playing with other players, all you can really do is put stuff in a chest and walk away and, hope the person comes who wants it and they'll pick through what they want. And you have a sign that says how much things cost and then they leave the gold. But this just makes it easy. Here you go. Everything can be listed here. You can charge whatever you want. And let's see, did anybody buy my stuff? Oh, they must have because I don't see my
You're
thing
there.
for sale.
Page 4.
Oh, nobody's bought my stuff yet? Oh, right there, my eggs.
Maybe they are too pricey. That's why.
I don't know how much eggs are. Testing the market. um, but yeah, so you can buy and sell and collect your income. So yeah, a whole marketplace, like an auction house, if you've seen, if you've played MMOs. So yeah, this is basically the auction house and marketplace, to make a reference to massive multiplayer online games. And then we have one other building here in the starting area. And it's really cool. This is a great starting area that Kondo found. I just love that there's a little gully here. Oh, and check out this bridge. That's not a bridge that the player, built piece by piece. They can build them eventually. Kondo, I don't think this isn't unlocked just yet, right?
No, not yet.
No,
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 Yeah,
not yet.
yeah. Through questing, they'll probably be able to unlock. There's actually several different bridge types too. So yeah, that's kind of fun. And then over here we have, let's see, Bo Hexam. And so he says, so you feel like storing your gems, coins, and treasures in the bank vaults, do you? Yeah, so this is the banker. And the banker, let's see. Well, first off, on the right, we have Sigurd and Freydis. And the players can tell you that they're evil because they steal your coin if you're into gambling. Don't deposit your coins. Try your luck with us. And so, oh, look at that high stakes champion, Jiroc the Viking. Previous lottery winner, Kondo. So, yeah, you can get a black metal greatsword or any one of these other items for 250 coin gamble. So you have a 1 in 18 chance, and some people have actually won, but it gets expensive, doesn't it, Vaste?
Yeah, I waste my opportunity of buying the belt on that.
How much money did you spend gambling?
1200.
1,200. Okay,
Yeah, but I got the sword.
but you
I
got
got
the
the sword.
sword. That's
Yeah,
only what, 4 or 5 tries, right? Out of 18. That's not bad.
yeah, more or less.
And then Sigurd actually has a couple of. He has more than one special item. He has a finned helm, a serpent armor, serpent cusis. It's probably a.
You're
Oh, it's a cuirass. Oh, it's is it missing the R? Um,
a-
yeah, it's what, the legs and pants of the armor set. And
Yeah,
because
that is, and the helmet.
yeah, and the helmet too. So you get a
Mhm.
3 out of 18 chance, but these are a little more expensive. 495 coins to gamble for these. And to build these, it would be a lot more resource intense. So
Yeah,
uh, take your gamble, take your chance if you want. And then we've got Solvig back here. We secure your treasures for you. Earn interest on long-term deposits, Kondo. Well, since we were talking about changing that, because let's see, I will secure your goods, your treasure. There you go.
it is him that it says in the other side.
The other sign is the same.
Yeah, you can change it when you figure out what it should say. He put the interest thing on it because the mod allows you to earn interest on depositing valuables, because what you can store in the banker is valuables, and this is just stuff, if you don't want laying around, you don't have to worry about losing it or warding it. I mean, our community is pretty good. We don't have any theft on our servers anyways, but you can just stick things on here. What's that, Vaste?
It's a safe place to leave it because sometimes with the chests and stuff it can get lost. And here is associated to your character, so you will never lose it. The only way to lose it is we take out the mod, but if we take out the mod, most likely the saver is down also.
Yeah, yeah. We always have the config files, which will have all this data in
Mhm.
there. But yeah, so obviously I don't have anything in here, and yeah, So that's the banker building. Oh, and we forgot Gunvalder. Your gems are probably safe with me. And jewel crafting is huge in the game, and there's tons of different kind of jewels. So if you don't want to have to deal with storing them and coming up with a huge inventory system for all these gems, I mean, look, I'm still scrolling through gems. You can store them here and just make it easier for yourself. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the starting town. Kondo, Vaste, is there anything else we should mention about the starting town?
Not really. I think we've covered everything's locked inside here, or you can't build.
Yeah, if you look on the map, it's got this blue circle, and that's a mod that defines the area that's protected. So nothing can be broken, or you can't dig up the ground. You can't chop a tree down. This way, this area stays looking nice, and yeah, players can't damage it. We got some enemies running around. Okay, so lots of mods to discuss here. Let's see, do we have any questions yet? Nope, no questions yet. Oh, someone asked, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. To quote the Conan the Barbarian movie. So the players will. So we were talking about the future. The players don't know everything here unless they've gone through the mods and all the config files. But Kondo, do they have access to the magic staffs yet?
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Okay, so there is kind of a magic in the game. We're using a mod that adds a little bit of magic. Not really. It's more like a grenade launcher. And it's this staff. So it's not like magic that you have that you can cast spells or anything. But with this staff, you can get these, you can make these things called hell broths. And they have different abilities. So this one of eternal life, this one actually, let's see. Oh, perfect. Kondo has damage. Boom. Look, I just healed him. And then you get some flowers come up out of the ground. But yeah, it basically it just launches this. You know how you might throw the ooze bomb? It's the same thing, but it does it with a cool staff instead. Then we also have, I mean, there's a bunch of different ones. I just have 3 here to show you. I think this one is flame charges. I don't think this will damage anything in this area to use this. Well, bam! So pretty cool. Flame from the sky attack. NPCs are getting staggered. And then this one is Thor's Fury Charge. Well, bam! Electricity. So a fun thing. I'm not going to show you everything except so you notice Kondo has this new armor. He's holding a sword. Check out that sword. It's a new flaming sword that's available through the mods. And Vaste has some new armor on too, and a new weapon. Check out that. That is awesome. That reminds me of. That's like the weapon that they had on Game of Thrones, right? The Khal Drogo and his clan had something like that, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at Kondo whipped out another weapon. Pretty wicked. Kind of a little bit of a World of Warcraft or Guild Wars looking weapons. Some of these with their wild magic over the top look. I do have one of those. Let's see this one right here, Death Grip. Oops. But let's see, can I show you? Oh, I'm spinning around again, Kondo. Okay, I'll go into free fly. Sometimes my character gets locked into spin mode. But Kondo, do they have access to the Death Grip yet? Or is that something I have to unlock? So check that out. It's a bone hand mace looking thing. And it's squeezing a dripping heart. Whoa. Pretty fun. But we have tons of new items that you can craft now and that will be crafted in the game. So once you scroll past all the standard stuff in the game, there's tons of new foods you can craft because there's more than 100 new creatures in the game, and a lot of them drop new recipe items. You can make tons of new food items. There's backpacks in the game. Of course, there's all kinds of potions. The hell broths.
Soon to be backpacks in the game.
Soon to be backpacks?
Yeah, not in the game yet. Oh, there is one backpack. There's the jewel crafting backpack to store your gems, but the other backpacks are currently locked.
There you go. I'm wearing my backpack and I'm spinning around when I don't want to. Oh, there, it just unlocked. Thank goodness. But yeah, so there's the jewel crafting backpack. Pretty fun. And let's see, how does this one work? You mouse over, it says E to open, and there you go. You can store your gems in here. But again, if you need more storage space for gems, you can always use the banker if you want. But then there's other backpacks that you can just put anything you want in, and hopefully we'll get the quests up for that so the players can unlock those here pretty soon. But yeah, tons of stuff, gems or jewels. There's tons of jewels. There's necklaces, there's jewelry. There's all kinds of new armor and weapons and outfits. Like I'm wearing, I think it's called like the nobleman's outfit and some kind of, or noble outfit and some goofy hat. I have another hat too. I don't have yet, but I will be adding soon my cowboy hat mod because I know all you out there want the cowboy hat mod, right? I know you do. Especially when I tell you there's a speed bonus attached to it. Oh, now you really want it, don't you? Kondo shaking his head. No, not more speed bonus items. There's already too many in the game. But yeah.
We have a few questions in YouTube.
Okay.
The Neo Alpha is asking when the next few quests will be added and what is going to be.
So I'm working on a quest that is to... I won't reveal the storyline behind it, but it is a way for players to get more queen bees. As you know, there's only so many queen bees around the world, and you find them in the little houses and the beehives that are scattered throughout the world. Well, since we have a multiplayer server with lots of players, a lot of those bees are already taken, and there's only a few left out in the world. So we're adding a quest that will introduce a queen bee, and I have a fun storyline attached to that. So I don't want to spoil that, but I'm hoping to get that up within the next week, maybe even sooner, depending on how the weekend goes. But yeah, within the next week or so.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I can add a little bit to the one I'm doing.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your quest that you have coming, and when can we expect it? Do you think?
Hopefully next week or the other, but soon. It's almost ready.
Yeah, so a week or two.
Yeah, it's going to be a full quest line focused on pirates. So there will be a few locations also added for that, POIs made by some of our players and myself. So there's not only combat, but also exploring and a new place to hang out there. So it will be fun, I hope.
Well, I think it will. Because I've obviously been talking with you about it, and I'm pretty excited about the details that you've shared with me. So I think the players are gonna love it.
Mine is a little bit more focused to the end game, while yours is more focused on the starting part of the game.
Yeah, so give the the newer players and the players who missed the rush to find the queen bees an opportunity to get a queen bee, and that quest will be repeatable. It will be on a cooldown, and you'll be able to repeat it every once in a while to get yourself another queen bee. Yeah, and actually, because it's going to be a repeatable quest, we're actually probably going to have some recipes that are going to be really awesome for food and maybe some other things, consumables that you need a queen bee for just to make, but it's going to make you a monster if you eat that food, if we can make that work. And this way we'll actually have an economy around the queen bees. There'll actually be, a huge demand for them. Once everybody has the beehives they need, they can continue to run quests to get queen bees for these other cool consumable items.
Yeah.
See, do we have any other questions here? Let's see.
Yeah, Stone Prophet is asking if we adjust the damage to the weapons or if we leave it as the damage profile recipes if we change the things for the new weapons or if we left it at defaults.
So yeah, that's a great
Um,
question. Kondo, you want to explain that and how modders, don't always have the right settings for our needs?
Yeah, to be honest, with Hugo's Armory, most of it's balanced pretty well, including Jude's equipment. So we
Balance
didn't
with
really
vanilla,
have
right?
to, balance with vanilla.
Yeah.
They are slightly increased in some of the damages, and then once you dual craft them, put sockets, they slightly increase again. But some weapons are locked behind additional crafting items, and some of the standard crafting items as designed by the modder.
Yeah, what we found is basically all the different mods, whether it be to craft an item or a profession or some other mechanic or thing added to the game, is for the most part we have to adjust the default settings because they don't balance with default for sort of a vanilla feel, which is what we're going with. Although the way our world is, it gets tougher as you go out. You see these rings on my map here? You can see them. They actually are labeled level 1, level 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're more likely to find mobs with higher stars as you go out. And then, of course, there's, like I said, more than 100 new mobs and creatures added to the game. And some of them are pretty tough. And if you get farther out, so you meet that tough creature, and it is most likely 2 stars that far out. So, yeah, that's why we've got the jewel crafting, so you can buff up your armor and weapons. The blacksmithing profession allows you to raise it a level higher, and then some of the special armor and weapons that Kondo just mentioned that were added also have slightly raised stats, so a little bit higher than max tier vanilla stuff, so that you can get out and give some of the business here at the edge of the world.
And then you combine that with a massive server like ours with the number of players. We need to balance some of the mods based around not single player but multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes too, mods conflict. Like we had a couple of different mods that added a big speed bonus. And basically our players would be running around super fast on the server. So we had to bring down some of the speed settings because there are so many different items that can add speed. If you had them all, you'd be just super fast. So we had to balance that stuff. As we might have to balance my cowboy hat, or we nerf everything else so the cowboy hat can keep the big speed buff. What other
Let's
question?
go to the next question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neo Alpha again with what changes are we going to implement when Misslands drop?
Yeah, so when Misslands comes out, there's actually a mod out there by Jiroc, who, if you've watched some of my other videos or my big stream yesterday that I did, my Game Master stream, teach you all about how to use admin commands and do stuff in creative mode with mods that you couldn't do. He has a mod that will allow us to upgrade entire zones or individual areas or entire biomes. And so right now on this server, if I go to the Misslands, which so like right here, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the Misslands, and it will load here in a second. And Let's see, I reset my environment so it's dark. And you can see this is the old Misslands if you haven't seen it before. It's got all the big trees. There's probably some skulls around. It's going to get very dark in here, and it'll be hard to see. Oh, and there's glowing mushrooms in here. So this is, and the spider webs and stuff. And so this is the old Misslands. This is what exists on this server right now. And all of our biomes have content. There's no biome that's blank. The Ashlands and the Deep North also are full of trees and rocks and different things that make it a biome that you can traverse and actually have fun in, not just big empty areas like they are in vanilla. But yeah, so don't we I think we have warned our players not to build in the old Misslands because we will be converting all the Misslands areas to the new Misslands with the
Don't
mod.
how much your map. I just saw it in the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no cheating, no freeze framing that. Oh, they're all going to do it now because Vaste just reminded them. Yeah, okay. Well, how do I get back to spawn then?
Go to 0, 0.
Yeah, go to 0, 0, 0. Is that? See, there you go. There's my custom loading screen. It also comes up when you use a portal, because when we teleport, it's like using a portal. Yeah, so yeah, that should answer that question. That's what we're doing with the Misslands. We are converting it into Misslands, into the new Misslands. It'll have everything that the Misslands comes with, including all the creatures, the spawn points, the dungeons, everything that comes with it. Got any other questions, Vaste?
Yeah, he's asking also if there is any carved turnip decoration in the server.
Any carved turnips?
Yeah. Which I think there's... Well, we have the
Oh, you mean the Jacko turnip?
shagot. I think he means something else, but maybe I don't remember one.
It's no other
Oh,
mod.
will we ever get to the standard carved turnip decorations on the Quest server? Yes. The reason why you don't have it now is because the modded server is on the previous version of Valheim before they enabled the turnip, because the new that version of Valheim, they also broke a bunch of mods, and I was working all last week to get it working. So hopefully in the next day or two, I'm going to move everything over to the current version of Valheim, so my players don't have to load the old version of Valheim anymore. And when I do that, you will get the turnip. It will be enabled for you. So, yeah, I think that's all the questions we have at the moment. Yeah, so again, there's just tons of stuff in here to build: weapons, armor, all kinds of cool stuff. And I wanted to show the players, probably may not have all seen this, but just a quick preview. There's 3 new building hammer type devices, 3 new tools. So the standard hammer, allows you to build the standard stuff in game. But as you can see here, mine has a bunch of additional things. There's new ships, which I'm going to demonstrate that here shortly. But it also has a bunch of cool decorative things like this seaport crane, to make it look like you have a seaport and you're loading and offloading things to your ship. And you get these these ships that are in dry dock being built. Things like this, decorative fish, little fish stands, fish dryer, all kinds of nets, fun stuff like this. Other decorative elements that you haven't seen before. An oil press, which I guess is used to press oil from fish. And that's probably a resource for something, Kondo?
Um,
Or is that just a decorative thing?
It's an interesting potion.
yeah.
Oh, it creates a potion when you press fish or whatever you press. One of the favorite things on the server too is this. This creates a basement in the game, and oop, there you go. I'm in the basement. See, it's like a dungeon, but it's basically a basement that you can use as a personal basement storage area underneath your house. It works like a dungeon, and you can build in here. Since we don't allow building in dungeons on this server because our dungeons are going to start respawning eventually to keep the resources flowing, we added this mod here. And I will just get rid of that. Yeah. So the basement, of course, we have the blue stone portal, which you saw right over there. That's a way for players to get here. This goes now, Kondo. This goes to a portal hub, right?
That's now, yeah. So I put this in place just to allow, because we locked the spawn area. I added this portal so the community could link back to Kinsarvik from whatever portal hub we designed it as a community.
Yeah, this way the players can get to the starting area because of the trader and the quests and the bank and the gambling and the different things here. We wanted them to be able to get here easy, so the players built a portal hub, and then this connects to that portal hub. And again, because the portal potions are limited, they have to pick and choose how to get to. And I think the players are using the portal system as sort of like a Stargate. So instead of just putting a bunch of portals for everything around the world, they've got a portal placed somewhere, and then when they need to, they dial in. So you like you would with a Stargate, right? You dial the location on the Stargate, it opens, you go. So the portals, they're inactive. You dial whatever the name is, and then you go there. That's one of the ways they're dealing with having a lack of infinite portal building. Let's see, a couple of other interesting things in here. Oh yeah, we got the little chicken coop. Can they build the chicken coop yet, Kondo? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this with a crafting stone they need to build this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crafting stone. Yep. Not crafting soil.
And it basically you can store your chickens in here, and they like lay eggs for you, so you have like a constant source of eggs or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a beehive, but for eggs.
For eggs, yeah. And this crafting menu is some of the stuff for the new professions. So if you're in alchemy, you got this cool alchemy table. It's basically your crafting bench. And then you have the various upgrades for it here. And let's see, what is the main item? Oh, the gem cutters table right here for the jewel crafters. And then they have upgrades as well. And the oven, this is this for one of the cooking professions?
Yeah, for the grill, there's a few new cooking station for one of the mods, and one of them has the oven as an upgrade, like the same as the pot and pans and the vegetable racks, the cutting table for the cold room. This is the same for the grill.
Okay. And they have a prep table to chop that stuff up into usable materials to then cook up or something.
Yeah.
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 Grill. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the grill. So yeah, the cooking profession adds a lot of like its own workstations and a whole bunch of new foods. And Kondo, are we pretty much at a point where we've got those balanced to what we like now, or do we still have like some immediate tweaks to make? Of course, we're going to make tweaks over the long run as we need to, but where are we at now?
Few tweaks coming. There's a few tweaks coming around cooking and foods.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Because we want everything to be useful and have a purpose. So, of course, some of them are just great to decorate with too for the decorators. So keep that in mind. That a lot of things are added in the game just for decorating. Building, there's a few new build pieces in here, like like these 2x1s. They are stacked in a 3 there, and it's a 2x3. But this is a stone. This is a hidden stone door. So it's this thing where you let's see. How do I operate the hidden stone door?
Press E.
Oh, just press
See.
E. Oh, that's right. You have to know that it's. Let me turn it around. So you can have this as a wall in your in your house or your castle or whatever, and you come up to it, and most people they don't get any kind of interaction on it, so they don't know that it's hidden. But if you click your interact, it's a hidden door. It's kind of fun, and there's a couple other versions of that here, and a wooden
There's
version as well.
hmm
That's really fun. I can't wait to see what some of the players are doing with the hidden doors. And the standard build
Hiding
menu,
stuff?
hiding stuff. Is that what you said, Kondo?
Yeah.
So there's some fun new rugs because there's new creatures in the game, and then you can stack all the different bars in the game because right now you can't do this. You know how you can do it with the wood piles and stone and coal. Now you can do it with the metal stacks. It looks cool, If you've got an armory or something or a treasure area, you can stack these there. Let's see what else. And then farm. If you're in the farming profession, you've got butcher's table, crafting station, marl, some kind of
Yeah,
cooking
another one
pot,
for cooking. Yeah.
a thon. Look at that, 2 big pans. Oh, look at that. You got yourself a cow. Probably this is like a beehive, but for milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then a goat stall. You get goat milk?
You do.
Yep.
Okay, so we get 2 different kinds of milk.
Kinda.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just what's in the standard build hammer, some new stuff. And now I'm going to give you a quick preview of some of the stuff in the new build tools. So the first one here is called Bjorksness. Bjorksness?
Yeah.
A holy key needed to assemble all goods from Valkia. So Valkia is a fun mod that adds all kinds of cool decorative items like a well, barrels, maps, a straight razor, these little scales here, potion racks, all kinds of cool stuff. A bunch of new building pieces, spiral staircase. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, lots of Oh, that's the one that comes with the bridges too. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of different bridges. There we go. And then lots of cool furniture. Check this out. Little. Oh, you can't see. It's too small. I have to
Yeah.
go.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Oh, there's tons of things. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. Cute little decorative unicorn, folded it out of paper, origami. I had to think of that word. What was that word? But yeah, lots of fun stuff in this one. Decorating little benches, a harp, so many cool things. And yeah, we'll have a quest that will unlock this. Is that right, Kondo?
We will, yes.
Okay, and then
it'll be a repeatable quest, this one, but on a large cooldown.
Oh, okay. Is that because the items in here will require objects to craft these items in here?
Some will require crafting stones or crafting soil, but the hammer itself used to construct these things will be locked behind a quest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they can't do it yet. They need the special item.
Yeah, they can't do it yet. There's so much new content that we're little less than 3 weeks into the server. They've already got tons of content. And so we have mods installed so that we can slowly start to, add more content to the game with quests and other ways to, keep it exciting, keep it new, something to look forward to. One of the other tools that we have is Odins Hammer. And Odins Hammer is another mod that adds, let's start with the pieces tab. So lots of new building pieces. I love these too. Look at that. It's, core wood in a stack of 4. So you don't have to place 4 core woods. And it comes with a backing wall already.
Alitosis asked a question about that. They are individual pieces. One piece, so they don't count as individual pieces too. So when you need to stack core wood, that's considered one piece or one instance.
Yeah. So normally this would be 4 pieces, right? Because you got 4 core wood and then a wall behind it. But with the mod, it just is one piece. So it's going to really help save on instances. We've got these, which are really cool. Swamp wood. Look at that. Now, if you want to go for an older, more rustic, worn look, these are really cool pieces right here. And, you got all kinds of new windows and fences and iron decor. Lots of things. Look at that.
Oh, I just saw a question in YouTube that I missed. Neo Alpha is for the quest. If we are planning to do events in the JotunQuest server.
So there won't be any live admin events because when we run a live admin event, it takes a lot of planning, of preparation, then a couple hours of one or more admins' time during the event, and then if we hand out stuff after the event, so it takes a lot of time to do an event. But the reason why I landed on JotunQuest for this server name is because instead of events, we're going to design our events into quests. So all that effort that we put into designing an event will be in a quest that can be experienced by everybody. Some of them repeatable. The ones that are not repeatable, if a new player comes on, a player who's already done it can team up with them and help them with it. So that's what we plan to do. The energy that we would put towards a quest towards an event will just be put into a quest instead. That doesn't mean that we won't have gatherings and parties and things like that, or build competitions if people build something on this server for a build competition. So hopefully that answers that question.
It'll be good to see what the players come up with the new hammers once they become available, and all the different design aspects with Gizmo as well. So it'll be good to see some of the competitions go ahead on the JotunQuest server.
Yeah, exactly. Because normally you can only, everybody knows you can only rotate on the x-axis, but we have also on the server the Gizmo mod, which unlocks the other 2. So you can do so much. Look I just made a bathtub for Vaste. You can fill that with water, Vaste. Let's see. Oh, or a condo. There you go.
That's an actual bathtub in one of the mods.
Yeah, there is a bathtub, but so we got these cool. Let's see, I got to reset my rotation. Look at that. That is amazing. You want a really cool stone archway? There you go. So I'm not going to go through all of these. There's some new doors, some new decors. These are kind of fun. You get the Surtling core. Oh, hey, I'm in the bathtub. Thanks, Vaste. This one actually.
Is going to a JotunQuest hot tub stream.
I wonder if you can put fish in this bathtub. I'm not wet. Let's see. So these things are really cool. Actually, you see these lights around this starting area here. The Surtling cores in as lanterns and stuff. be able to build these. And then, of course, you could build this little altar. Look, new throne. Check that out.
Yeah,
It's
that
called
throne is amazing.
yeah, it's called the Bull Throne. I gotta go give the Bull Throne the business. There we go.
The
Oh, and look
cowboy
at
hat, that one.
what's that,
Mhm.
Kondo?
Said it looked good with a cowboy hat on, that one.
Oh, yeah, it will. I know what my next avatar is going to be. Okay, cool. So that's the Odin's Hammer. There's an iron wolf instead of just a wooden one, and a raven too, and the dragon. So yeah, cool stuff. And then let's see, we have the clutter bucket. Now the clutter bucket adds a ton of stuff too. All these cool sculptures. This is one of the things I like absolutely demand. I'm like, Kondo, I want statues. I want all the cool statues. Look at this owl. How cute is he? Let's see, I need something to put the owl on. I need a table. There we go. There you go. Look at that owl. So cute. Kondo, we need an owl mod. I want to see owls on the server. I want to see them flying
Probably got
around,
enough flying.
going hoot,
Probably
hoot.
got enough bugs.
Hey, they're predators. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
attack all the other stuff. But let's see. Yeah, so lots of cool statues added with this. We have a crow, a heron, wolf sculpture, horse, corgi, all the standard ones, the evil statue. And there's a small evil statue? And a big evil statue. Whoa, look at that. So you'll be able to build these now, as you should be able to. Maybe when Valheim version 1.0 comes out, vanilla, you'll get some of that stuff. But yeah, look at all these cool decorative statues. Do you guys remember who's the modder of Clutter Bucket?
The Odin Plus team.
The Odin Plus team. Yeah, we've got a few mods from them. Great, a lot of great mods over there. Let's see. Oh yeah, little bird baths and things. Yeah, just a preview here. Oh, there you go. Loki statue. I'm sure Loki might have to make an appearance if he can find any Loki statues around.
Yep.
Oh, and it looks like to craft the Loki statue is a little too easy there, Kondo. I think we're going to have to add something special to the Loki statue and the Odin statue. You know, locked behind a quest item, like a diamond or something.
We can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So yeah, that's that. Kitchen items to decorate with, various different things, new pots, pans, wooden spoon, decor, all kinds of things. You got books and posters. You've got a pentagram, if that's your thing. You got paintings. You even got a barber shop thingy.
Someone might want to start a barber shop.
And you got a little tiny comb. There's probably little tiny scissors in here somewhere. Oh, and if you've seen us decorating a lot with skeletons, guess what? Now you can make skeletons remains to decorate your builds with, and they're not pickable. So yeah, I know Bane might be excited for this one. With all his gothic builds. Yeah, and then all kinds of fun stuff in here. Candles, buckets, amenities. You got bookshelves, stools, a swing. Yeah, the little Viking, the little Vikings and little Viking shield maidens. Before they grow up, they need a swing, or maybe if you're an adult and you like to swing.
Put it down and jump on it.
Oh yeah. What the? Can actually sit on it.
Move it first and then hop on it.
Oh, move it first, then hop on it. How do I move it?
Oh, no. I think you got this one. You need this one.
Oh, is it a different one? Oh, swinging swing. Oh, that's just the standard swing, and then there's a swinging swing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Aww. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next hour after I get off this stream. Vaste, push me. I'm serious, Vaste. Push me. Can you
Oh,
push
no,
me? Oh, you can't push me. Oh, no, I got to push myself.
It was for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
Might
Can
be
I?
because you're an admin.
Oh, can't push me. I'm an admin. Wee! Viking swing. Okay, come on. If you don't, this is a reason to play on my server because we have Viking swings. Or, download the mod yourself. The bucket one. Let's see. It's the clutter bucket. And you can have Viking swings. Yeah, and then there's, some really ornate furniture. A lot of people are good at making this kind of furniture by embedding, stools and chairs into, wooden beams and different things to make furniture and make like neck pillows or different things. But now you can actually have like a proper
sofa.
A proper sofa.
Well,
and
there's one that I sure Bane will love also, and you too.
Which one is that?
Now, this spike, you can put the head of your enemies in a spike.
Oh, item stand. Oh, nice. So you can put the I guess a trophy on it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Let me show you.
Got some bookshelves while he's doing that. Some new tables.
Oh, wrong way.
You can make it the stone chest that you see in the dungeons. And yeah, so lots of cool stuff in this mod. I highly recommend. Oh, and there's that cuckoo clock. Let's see, what do you got on there? Oh, you put the wolf on there. Oh, it just broke.
Yeah, because it was the wrong way.
Yeah, so yeah, you can build these stakes now. That's cool. Yeah, so that's
from
right there.
Some of the new
Stone
building
Prophet.
stuff. Yeah.
We've got a question from Stone Prophet about adjusting the recipes for the hammers and the different items that we got. And what do we use? And he's got their Wacky database, but we use a mixture of Wacky's database as well as the mod configs as well. So we try to keep Wacky's as minimal as possible to reduce load times, and then keep any recipe changes where we can in the main configs of the specific mod.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think for the buildings ones, I think the recipes, all of them have to be done with Wacky. For the building ones.
Yeah. Yes. Brianna asked, "What is the release time frame for the 3 decorative tools?" Yeah, they're. We'd like to get at least one of them out here in the next few weeks. I have to talk to Kondo and Vaste about a quest line that they might want to set up for that. So, but yeah, because it's a permanent server, we don't want to release everything right away. But yeah, we want to get one out. Maybe within the next month, maybe in time for the holidays, so you can go crazy. And maybe the one we make available is the one that seems more holiday oriented, if there even is such a thing. Yeah, there you go. That's the holiday one, Vaste, right there.
Which one? What are you? Oh, okay. Okay.
Evil Claw Santa. But yeah, so let's see. What other questions do we have here? Are these decorative items high in insight? Oh, no, we already answered that one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We have any other question? Are there any new bosses in the server? There are, I guess they're more considered mini bosses, or would you consider those big gigantic things bosses, Kondo, when they finally unlock all the other mobs up in the deep north and in the Ashlands? Are those considered mini bosses or bosses?
I'd say they're just mini bosses because they don't have a summoning stone or anything like the current bosses.
Yeah. but they can be pretty tough still. So yeah, there's these big mini bosses in the deep north and in the Ashlands that you'll, after you've killed certain things, it'll unlock them, and they're pretty tough. So you're gonna want some pretty good gear to get out there and fight them. It'll feel like a boss almost. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Jotun himself is a boss. Yeah. So the whole server is. Let me go back to real quickly.
There is a Jotun mini boss on the server.
Oh yes, that's right. There is a boss called Jotun. That's in the deep north, if I remember right.
I don't know now. I thought it was Ashlands, but
Oh, maybe it's Ashland. I can't remember. But you'll see this giant statue that one of the builders named Iver built on my server. We have this whole mythology about how Titans fought the Jotun to banish them from the world. And this is a quest line that we're going to be adding over time too, that will unlock a lot of stuff. And you'll have to go out into the world and find the ruins of these giant Titan statues. And then there's 4 or 5 now of these Titan statues complete that will be out in the world and part of a quest line, in addition to all the Titan ruins, which are pieces of Titans. And you'll also find giant remains of Jotun on the server, because we can, our Jotun remains look like this. So you'll come around the server and you'll find this giant Jotun skeleton or some of the other giant Jotun remains as part of quest lines, and they'll have quests associated with them. You go out in the world and search for them. The Jotun remains will be out in the world. Yeah, let's see. Are we caught up with questions? Is the server online? The server is online. It's been running for 3 weeks, Warcane. The server is running. If you go to my website, JirocTheViking.com, you can submit an app to join the server. Come to my Discord for your meet and greet. It is, I just let everybody know, my servers are all supporter perks. So if you want to play, then there it's for supporters only. So you can choose your level of support that you want to do. Let's see, we have another question on here.
Yeah, Brianna is asking about the Missland release and how are we going to manage the update and patch after that, or with that release.
we can.
How will we manage? Let's see. Are we expected to see delays with the server updates based on the previous update? No, the patch that came previously, the server was running within a few hours of that. It just had problems for some people that took us days to fix because of the changes they make. So it just depends on how much they change things that break mods. If a mod is broken, what we'd rather do is not turn off the mod and keep the server running, because then all the progress that somebody has associated with that mod, whether it be items or professions or animals, livestock, whatever, they'll lose it all. So they'll lose everything that they have until we reinstall it. It won't bring it back. They'll have to start from scratch again. So it really just depends. We have no idea. Sometimes some updates, we've had seasonal servers that have had mods on them and they had no problem with the updates. We just don't know how much Misslands is going to change things and break mods. We'll have to see. But that's the risk you take with modded servers is you have to deal with updating mods and just be ready for that there might be some issues, might be some delay. But we have vanilla servers too. And you can play on the vanilla servers while you wait for the modded server to get fixed if it needs it. So
yeah, and with they added the all previous bunch or branch, so that is also one tool that is really helpful for this, because we can keep the server in the previous previous patch, keep it running until we have everything ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Because we can run the old version of of Valheim, we can keep the server up, even with the new version out that's broken everything, which is what we're doing exactly right now. This is the old version, like Vaste said.
Yeah, we should warn also that mods can break beyond repair because it happened for us before with the season 2 with the restricted hammer that is not getting an update anymore.
Yeah.
So that is something that we'll need to figure out how to deal with.
Yeah, so if you are playing on the modded server, or you are thinking about coming to play on the modded server, just keep in mind it's an early access game. These are a bunch of mods that are not supported by Iron Gate. So we, as basically admins running the server, we have to constantly balance things. We may have to add new mods. We have to remove mods, rebalance things, whatever. You just have to be ready for change, because it's just the nature of playing early access and a modded game. So yeah, it's not the thing that you build. It's the experience that you have with others while you build it. That includes your characters and everything. There's a bunch of great people on my server. You make a lot of friends, and build your character up. And if you lose something because a mod breaks or gets removed or gets rebalanced, no big deal. You still got good friends to play with, and you'll find other things on the server. There's tons. We added mods that cater to a lot of different play styles. So hopefully you'll find the play style or multiple play styles or jump between play styles that fit the way you want to play the game.
Yeah, and also if the server is working good, we can also add mods because we were talking about removing and what will happen with updates, but we can also add mods at some point.
Yep, we can always add new mods, and we're always looking for new good mods that will complement what we have here and the environment that we're trying to create here. We're basically just trying to enhance the Valheim experience. So you'll notice that we don't have like a lot of interface mods and things that will clutter up the screen or whatever. Just content mods mostly, with the professions, the new things you can build, different things like that. All the new creatures in the game. So content mods. Let's see. Any other questions?
No,
Yep.
I
Yep.
think
Stone Prophet. It's always a risk to play with mods. As like we had a player who leveled up a skill that then allowed him to build unlimited portals and beehives and ships. Because the end perk of that profession said you have like a small percentage chance to build something free of resources. And we had to turn that off because that's server breaking for the economy and the environment that we're here. And there just may be other things like that we have to change, turn off, or whatever. So, there's still tons of fun stuff here, even if something gets changed or turned off. And remember, Iron Gate sell like 10 million copies of this game, probably more by now. How many people are getting this kind of a Valheim experience with all this new content? Not that many. Not that many play, modded, this heavily modded server. So they're getting a very unique experience, and with it comes, some challenges. Let's see. Should we go demonstrate the new ships? I want to show the new ships.
Cool.
So I'm trusting people on my server to not use my map. Don't use my map. That's cheating. All right, so I'm out here in this little spot that I pre-planned. I just want to show you the mod that adds new ships to the game. And there's a profession, too, that's associated with the ships, and it's called sailing. So this has created a whole new economy and need for sailors because the standard game, we have, let's see, we have the raft, we have the carve, and we have the longship. Well, the raft, you can sail like normal. The carve, you actually cannot lower the sails. See that? Your sailing skill is too low to sail this ship. All I can do is paddle the carve now, and the same is true of the longship. I can only paddle it. This one I can't even command it. So your skill's too low to command this ship. So I can't even, because I don't have any skill. So this has created a huge demand for sailors. But there are a couple of options for people who aren't sailors. So, of course, you have the raft, which is a terrible, slow, no storage option. But there's also, the fishing ship? So there's the fishing ship.
One up.
And this one has a storage. It has 2 storage. And it's not that fast, I believe. I believe it's probably about the same speed as the raft. Is that right, Kondo?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. Yeah. And then there's one other one that you can use without the small ship. Little boat. So there's a little boat here. And this one is about as fast as a carve, right?
Yep.
And it's got, let's see, where's the storage? It's also got 2 storage. So you can get around, you can move some stuff around. You can sail this one full sails. We might make changes to the way the boat system works, but we want to see how it goes. We want to make the sailing profession a huge demand. So somebody who uses one of their 2 professions for sailing, everybody will come to them for their services. So those are the boats that you can use, these 3 here, as a non-sailor. So if you are in the sailing profession, of course, you can do the carve and the longship that we have normally. But then also you have the cargo ship. Check that out. Pretty cool. And this one, because it's cargo ship, obviously, has a huge storage. Look at that. Look at that. The people who have the sailing profession, yep, high demand for them. Look at, they're going to get all your supplies around. And let's see. So we also have Skuldelev warship. Check this thing out. You want shields on a ship? There you go. Vaste, can you remind us who was the modder for this while I'm demonstrating this?
Also in Plastim.
Oh, Odin Plus. Okay, yeah. Check out that. Look how long. Oh, it's like floating a little bit now because of the lag. But yeah, look at the dragon ornament on that. Isn't that cool? I'd love if Iron Gate introduced some kind of boat building or decorating system so you could add different ornaments to your boat, different sails. Oh, now it's under the ground. It must be a little bit of lag because we got 19 people on right now.
Oh, you know what? Wait.
And where's
it's storming for us. That's why I didn't change the environment.
Oh, yeah. Can you get rid of the storm?
Yeah.
That's why it's going up and down so much. I don't have the storm on my end. Let's see. Where's the storage on this thing? Or is there storage? Oh, back here probably.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah. So it's got quite a bit of storage too. Look at that. Not as much as the cargo ship, but a lot. And, you can put a lot of sailors on here, obviously. I think that's why they call it the warship. You get a lot of Vikings on here. Okay. So that's that ship there. That's the warship. We had a little boat. Oh, there's a merchant ship, which has been demoed in early versions of the game, and there's a messed up model that's not quite textured in the code, but obviously they fixed it here. So this is pretty cool looking. It's actually got shields on the side too. Got this tented area, and the storage is right. Oh, hold fast. I have to target it over here somewhere. Oh, not easy to target the storage on this, huh?
Is the here in the front?
Oh, it's in the front?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right there.
Um,
I was trying to click the boxes like on the other ones. Yeah, so it's got a reasonable amount of storage also. So
Mhm.
another fun ship there. And let's see,
I
we
think the
have
last one is the warship.
fishing boat. Oh, yeah, the warship. Okay, and the warship is the most beautiful. It's probably why I'm going to be a sailor too. It's probably why some of you on my server became a sailor, because look at this thing. Look at that detail carved into the ship, and the horned dragon thing on the front there, and then all these beautiful shields on here. Really cool looking.
And some ships are a bit quicker than others.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That would also be another reason to pick one ship over the other besides just storage.
Yeah, and
And
this
it,
is the most Viking-like, I think.
well, yeah, this is the really wealthy, Jarl, or even the king Viking. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you don't have the sailing profession, then this is your boat right here.
And you should mention that as your sailing skill goes up, you unlock the ability to sail the bigger crafts or the faster crafts as well.
Right, yeah. With the sailing profession, it'll unlock the ability to sail all these other boats.
Yeah, within, like if you're at 50 sailing skill, there's some ships that you still may not unlock until you get a little bit higher.
Yeah, yeah. Just having it doesn't unlock everything.
Yep.
The higher level the ship, the
More
the higher
experience you need
skill.
to
Yeah,
sail it.
Mhm.
give you something to strive for. Build that skill up. And
We
the way
have we-
they raise their skill is just by sailing, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. So you get out there and start sailing all the other Vikings who need sailing, and you'll earn the experience you need to level up. What's our next question, Vaste?
Halitos Kid is asking, how can he suggest a new mod?
If you have mod suggestions and or any kind of feedback for the JotunQuest server, it's best to tag us three here. So it would be tagging all three of us at the same time. Maybe I should add a JotunQuest admin tag to us so it's easier at some point. Vaste, maybe I can ask you to do that for us. Maybe there's a specific JotunQuest admin tag you can use. Maybe he can do that. But for now, yeah, you want to tag Kondo, myself, and Vaste, so that we see that, and then we can, because we're the ones who know how everything is working, how the mods work together, and have to test mods and go through config files to make sure. But if you are going to suggest a mod, please do a little bit of research on your own just to see if that mod has anything that's might be server breaking, or any options in it that, like we had a mod that had a safe zone around it was like you could build a tent, but then it had a safe zone around it, and it just, we don't want players to be able to shoot out at enemies and not be able for the enemies to get to them. So we didn't want that one, even though the modder then eventually, gave the option to remove that safe zone. But yeah, so you want to.
It became a back pocket building pretty much, which we want
Yeah.
players to build your little outposts and so on.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is Valheim is famous for its building, so yeah, we want you to build your little outpost and whatnot, and if you got a sailor, you can move a bunch of stuff around. And we did have mounts in the game, but they had to be removed because that mod wasn't working well, or the way we were hoping. Kondo, there's another mount mod that we were considering, isn't there?
Probably Odin's horses, I think it is.
But it's not in the
No.
game currently, right?
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
So we might.
We need to recheck the other one because I think it might be good to add now. It has an update, and I've been talking to the model, but that will be for another moment.
Well, yeah. The problem with his mounts is that none of the mobs attacked, so they didn't attack you. They didn't attack anything, so they're just running around, kind of like, there's a giant dire wolf that you can make a mount, but it doesn't attack anybody. It just wanders around. So it's kind of immersion breaking is another reason. And I talked to him. He said, yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to add attacks and attack animations and everything to everything. So yeah, until he does that, I think we're gonna hold off on that mod. But yeah, we'll find one because the mount mod also you were able to attach carts and stuff to, so the mount could pull
Correct.
your cart with any weight limit in it, which would be awesome. When you can't portal your metals around and you just need to move them around. So yeah, let's see. What else do we have here
Yeah.
to
Ghost
cover?
mentioned that we missed one of the ships. That's
Oh,
why
did
I
we?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the big cargo ship.
Oh, I put up the. Oh, I put up the little cargo ship. Let me
Yeah.
put that next to it. Yeah, so there's the little cargo ship that I showed, and then the big cargo ship. Yeah, this one looks really cool. Like it's got an anchor on it, and
Yep.
a tent.
Storage is a bit more.
Let's see, what does this tent do? Oh, look, there's a little decorative bed and chest. Just decorative though, it appears. But you could still sit there and pretend like you're sleeping. I don't know. Will this keep me out of the rain? Keep me dry if it's raining?
I don't
Good
think
question.
so.
Probably not. I've just set it to rain. We can find out here in a sec. Oh, it does say shelter. It says I'm sheltered. Oh, nice. Yep, it's keeping me dry. Oh, there you go. You can stay sheltered on your boat. Probably you can't. You can't put out a fire. Probably no.
No, you
But
should be able to click that bed. You should be able to
Yeah,
click
you
on the
can
bed.
use the bed.
Oh, can I? Oh, maybe I
Mm-hmm.
just. Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, I'm on a server with 19 people. Okay, everybody go to bed now so we can show the viewers. No, just teasing. Yeah, I'm sure JotunQuest is so popular. I'm sure it's rare that anybody gets to sleep because there's so many people on it running around. But yeah, lots of detail on this ship. Really nice, and the bed works. So if you're in single player or just playing with a few people. Yeah, someone just asked if it was possible to make a fire on the boat for rested. No, but if you're close to land, you don't have to build a structure and all that. Check that out. There you go. You just drop a fireplace, and now you get your rested buff without having to build, something over your head. So yeah, you can get your rested buff there if you're near land, and you can drop a fireplace. So cool stuff. This is kind of a demo too of all these great mods.
When we went through and selected the mods, we made sure that we looked at each sort of play style and offered a little bit of content for each play style, whether that's combat, building, decoration, exploring, and the alchemy as well for the wizards out there that may want to do that. So any mods that we select or tried to integrate in the JotunQuest, we made sure that they needed to work together as well as offer some content towards those various playstyles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's something, a play style that you have that you like to do that we haven't addressed, I would be surprised because we've added a little bit of just about everything that's already in Valheim. Please let us know. And then our questing system adds a whole new dynamic of content, and then we can make quests for individual play styles as well. Well, yeah. So I think that kind of is a good little summary of everything that's going on in here. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's other things in the background going on. I'm super excited to make quests myself because, if you ever been to my channel and you've looked at the live videos over my main server's been running for more than a year. I've loved running tons of events over the last year, and now with the ability to create a quest instead of an event that creates an event for the players to run over and over again, or to run with new players who haven't done it yet. It just really excites me because I know that my efforts are going into something that everybody can experience, not just the players who are online at the time for that event, which happens a lot. Kondo is well, at least with the time zone change now, is 6 hours behind me. Vaste's 5 hours ahead. In Europe, they're 8, 9, 10 hours ahead of me. So if I run an event or one of the other admins runs an event, a whole bunch of people miss out on the event. But with
I'll
quests,
correct you there.
what's that,
I'm in
Kondo?
the future, mate. I'm in the
Yeah.
future. I'm not behind you.
Well, yeah, the
Well,
calendar date you're in the future, but as my day goes along, when I'm ready for lunch, you're just waking up, so you're behind me. But yes, Kondo lives in the future. Him and Kaizen, yeah, Kaizen, you live in the future too if you're still
there's
here.
a funny thing with the setting up of the server because Kondo and I are like almost 12 hours in
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
So when he goes to sleep, I just waking up.
Yeah, there's like a little window of about 4 hours a day where you guys are both on at the same time.
There is a question there about Skylar Stokeman. He says it's hard to get all the mods. I'd love to play, but I'm bad with modding files and that. You might offer him some information on that, Jiroc.
Yeah, let me show you what you can do with that. So you want to
Make it
go,
super easy.
yeah, it's actually super easy to install mods. So if you come here to thunderstore.io and you install this R2 Modman, don't choose the option to install with a mod manager because it is a mod manager. So you do a manual download. I believe you get an exe file. You just install it, and then you open up the app. When you open up the app, you'll see this. Well, you won't see all this. You'll see this, but you won't see all these profiles here. You'll see just the default profile. Just create a profile. I recommend you create a JotunQuest profile, and you'll understand why in a second. Either you'll come to my server or you can run it on your single player. The only difference between it's a major difference between running my mod pack on your single player server is your single player server is going to download the mod's default config settings. So good luck. If you're not going to do the work to manually update all those. And I'm not going to be releasing my config files for JotunQuest, at least until sometime in the future, and then only to my Game Master patrons for their support. But if you want to play with our rebalanced, like literally Kondo, Vaste, myself, hundreds of hours, deciding which mods to use, setting up config files, balancing everything. So if you play on my server, my mod pack is balanced. But if you just want to give it a try and experience it, you can create a profile, call it whatever you want. So you come here, you say create new, name it whatever you want. So we'll just say JotunQuest single player. So this could be you. You click that, you just hit select profile, and you'll have no mods installed. You just come over to the online tab here, and you type Jiroc, and then you look for, you don't want that space there. So right there, Jiroc JotunQuest modded server. Click that, you download that. Select a version to download. You want the latest one, obviously. And then you just wait a few seconds for all the mods to download, and this screen will clear. And when it does clear, you can start the game in modded mode. Now, the great thing about using a mod manager is that it installs all the files in its own directory, so you don't have to manually put every single mod in a directory to work with the game. You can do that. It's a huge headache. This automates that whole process for you. Let's see.
And doesn't change your game file, so it's really easy to go play
Like-
normally without the mods.
Yeah, I stopped it too soon. It wasn't finished. Yeah, but once all the mods are in there, up in the upper left-hand corner, there's an option to start vanilla or start modded. Currently, just as a warning, currently my mod pack is set up to run with the old version of Valheim. So you have to go into Steam and choose the old version of Valheim before the patch. In a day or two, it's going to have the new version of Valheim, and the mod pack will be updated with it, because I've already got it working on I have a test server where we test everything before we push it to my live server. I kind of feel like a game developer. So yeah, so we have a full test server, which is an exact duplicate of the main server where we test everything. And right now it has the current version of Valheim on it. Let's see, it looks like it installed everything. There it goes. It's installed mods. Never click the update here if you're playing on my server. And I recommend you don't click update mods if you're using the old version of Valheim, because they won't work. The versions that are here are the ones that work with the old Valheim currently. And like I said, in a day or two, they'll all be updated to work with the new Valheim. And when you'll see my mod pack specifically, look for my logo. There's tons of mods in here. Where is it? Yeah, down here at the bottom. If this one says to update, if my mod pack here ever says to update, then you update that one, and then it'll update everything else. But also read the notes, because the notes might tell you to uninstall a mod from the previous mod pack, because I don't believe that it will uninstall mods. It'll only add or update current mods.
Yeah, it doesn't uninstall.
Yeah, it doesn't uninstall. And you might have to uninstall a mod to get it to work. So read the notes. You can get the notes when you click here. If you just go to the version number right here where it says 1.0.4, click that. It'll bring you to the Thunderstore page for my mod pack. And I'll list all the mods that are installed, which we should give a shout out to these modders here real quick. But right here in my change log, in the README file, there might be an update here that says something like here. I removed a couple of mods back then, so you'll want to remove those. But yeah, do we have any other questions, or should I just quickly give a shout out to these modders?
Lilbri, more like a comment. She wants the mounts back.
Yeah, Kondo, we want owls and mounts. What can you do for us?
Depends on what mounts.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the other mount mods. I would love the mystical mount, to use the mystical mounts, but the creatures need attacks, because there's a direwolf mount, and you run up to a direwolf that's as big as a horse and it doesn't attack you. It just doesn't feel right.
We might be able to disable the direwolf and deer and just introduce a horse.
Yeah. But yeah, so Azumat's a huge modder. A huge shout out to Azumat. Another thing you guys can do, let me just say, if you guys enjoy mods, if you've ever played with them or you're going to play with them in the future, when you see the little heart here next to their mod on the right here in R2 Modman, it goes to their donation page. You know, a couple of bucks from a bunch of people, and it helps support them, because they all have day jobs, they have families. You know, I've donated to most of the ones that we use, and people from my server have. So if you want to support these modders so they keep creating this awesome content, then yeah, please, consider hitting that donate button. But again, I just want to point out, Azumat makes tons of mods. He's very active on the Odin Plus Discord channel. He'll answer questions. He's super helpful. He makes tons of mods. His is his configuration manager, which is absolutely necessary to configure your mods in game. Everybody should have that. And some of the other mods that we have are Plant Everything, Aiden Thorne's Autofuel. Autofuel's fun because in the game, instead of having to fuel torches and campfires and all this manually, this mod pulls from any fuel source that's on the ground or in a chest within 5 meters, or whatever you set the distance for it to pull from. And Vaste, if I remember correctly, this can be set individually for the player, right? They don't have to use the server setting.
This is a client side only, so you can change it as much as you want.
Yeah. Just be careful if you go to somebody else's base and you've increased the range on yours, they might start pulling fuel from places that they don't want to.
There's a great tool in that mod that is toggleable to disable which pieces get autofuel. So the people that doesn't like the autofuel can disable pieces, and it won't affect the people that have it open or have a bigger range and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. These next mods from A Sharp Pen are part of the Monster Labs. Is that right, Kondo? Monster Nomicon?
Yeah, dependency on Monster Labs.
Yeah, that spawns in the creatures for us. As you met again, you're going to see his name a few times. He has the anti-cheat mod, which just allows us to force certain mods on the game and make sure that there's no mods that we don't want running on the server. Fast link is just a little thing on the screen when you get to the login screen, and you can have all the servers listed there in the config file. It'll show up right there on the start screen with password and everything, so you can just easily click and go to the server you want. Because for some reason Valheim added a favorites, but they didn't save the password field, so you still have to enter the password. We have Imric North and Aiden Thorne's Jotun backpacks installed, Frogger's Hidden Doors, Golden Jude's blacksmith tools, and Jude's equipment. Some of you are probably familiar with Golden Jude's equipment. He's a very popular mod. Horum has farmyard animals. So as you get all these cool new farm animals and the drops that they get for cooking. And all the cool fruit trees. I mean, check this out. Avocado, coconut tree, papaya, peach, lemon, lime, orange, mango, pear, banana, Granny Smith apples, pink lady apples, cherry, and walnut trees. And they're just so cool to come across in the game. And more, right?
And more. There's a lot more.
And I believe we have a mod that allows us to plant these, right? If you want to decorate with them.
Yeah, we do. Is one of the options in the server. You can plant all type of plants.
Yeah, even the blueberry bushes, the raspberry bushes, and all these custom fruit trees, which are great for your farms, but great for decoration in your landscape too. Let's see, we have Hugo's Armory. Of course, a lot of people are familiar with him. It adds tons of new weapons and armors to the game. And then colliders are just for those armor.
Yeah.
Shape keys and more, visual improvement. It's part of his other mods. And then, of course, Yere Kusala item stand, all items. Now you can put anything on an item stand that you want. And Yere Kusala's stone portal. He made the stone portal in the game. He made it working for us. He said it was actually easy. He said there's like 1 or 2 lines of code that he had to tweak to make it working. Nice. So whatever Iron Gate has, it's just literally, I mean, they could probably go in and fix it in 5 minutes if they wanted to make it available to us in vanilla.
Maybe for Misslands.
Yeah. Structure Tweaks is an admin tool, so we have a lot more options for modifying structures in the game.
Yeah.
Loading screens.
A lot of mods, even though they might seem like they do nothing, they are needed to make all the big picture work. So even if they seem like they're not doing nothing, in the background they're doing a lot for all this to work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Loading screens, that's what allows me to load these, and I'll probably have some more once we start revealing some of the other statues. I'll probably make more loading screens for the Titan statues that are to come. KG is an amazing person too. I've had so much fun communication with him so far. I hope we can do a lot more. He's actually the one who developed my cowboy hat mod. If you've seen me running around in game with my cowboy hat and sunglasses, he made that for me. I commissioned him to make it. But his marketplace mod is amazing. It's the marketplace. It's all the NPCs. It's the entire quest system. It's a huge, complicated mod. And let's see if I could find him on right here.
The territory also, the scene you see paint around in the map in the starting zone also is his mod.
Yeah, to make the area blue so that we can protect it. Yeah, that's part of the marketplace. It's kind of like 5 or 6 mods all in one, right?
Yeah, it's got the marketplace, territory system, questing system, all the NPCs. God, it's very complex, and we rely heavily on it.
Yeah, gambler, bank.
Oh, right, the gambler and the bank. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's even more things that we are not using, but there's even more.
Yeah. Marlton is also another great modder. He adds air animals, for example, the eagle, butterflies, bats, beetles, swan, cats. The cats have arrived in the world of Valheim. Prepare some wood and some fish and attract some furry friends. Has anybody seen a cat? I mean, I've only played for a few hours, so I haven't seen a cat yet.
They won't.
You need a spawner to build a spawner, and that is a quest.
All right, the spawner's going to be behind a quest. That's why I haven't seen a cat yet. So they don't naturally spawn in the world. Okay. Land animals: brown bear, capybara, fox, ibex, viper, cassowary, tortoise, Komodo dragon, alligator turtle, blue frog, and new meats, furs, and rugs. Sea animals: orca, dolphin, sharks, crocodile, turtles, seal, and penguin. Tasty meats too.
A lot of those mods for those Malthans have been highly reconfigured, mainly because we had the issues with everything spawning in the meadows. So now certain mob types will spawn in different biomes, and the quantities have been reduced as well to help with lag.
Yeah, because there were way too many of them at first.
And there's a funny thing with Marlon.
Yeah.
He's Brazilian, so he's quite near me.
Okay. And then Maxi Mods Multicraft. That's just if you've ever tried it. If you want to craft 5 of the same thing, you can do that with this. You just click once and it'll craft all 5, so you don't have to click and craft each one individually. Monster Labs. Oh, this one adds so much. And Monsternomicon and all the spawn this, spawn that. They all work together to spawn tons of new creatures in the game, new enemies to fight. Oh, you know something I wanted to demonstrate now that it reminded me, Kondo? What is the name? While I'm going through the mods, Kondo, can you, or Vaste, can you guys find the name of the other ship that we haven't seen yet? So I can spawn it for everybody? You know what I'm talking about, Vaste?
Yeah, I've been using it for you know what.
Yeah. Okay. So let me preface this with a quick little wish list item that I had. I always wished that Valheim. 'Cause I played in beta too, so before early access. But I had always wished there was more Viking to Valheim, like more Viking stuff. And one of the most Viking things to me was to get out on a ship and to find other ships out there on the ocean that you could fight with, like Vikings or some kind of creatures on them that you could fight. Vaste, can you show us?
I can. Are you ready for this?
I'm going to get on my warship here. And I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, Vaste, do it out in the water. Can you undo it? You have an undo key?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me just kill all of them real quick. So this is one of the most exciting things. Do you guys know which mod introduced this? Was it the Monsternomicon?
Monster Labs.
Oh, Monster Labs. Look at that. So this enemy boat will just come up out of the ocean. It just comes right up out of the water. And look at all these fuelings on there. And yeah, you probably want to sail away from them if you're not very tough, as I'm sure some of the players on my server can attest to. But look at this. You can have these epic sea battles now with a Viking goblin, Viking fueling ship. They even got the bones on it. Look at that. You know, like from all their structures that you can build. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's one
Be
on my
careful
boat.
Be
Hey,
careful
there.
that they have harpoons, so they will drag it with you them.
Oh, they can drag me with harpoons. Oh, wow. Check that out. Yeah, too bad I'm in God mode. They can't hurt me. So yeah, that's a boat that's in the game that we forgot to show. But yeah, that was a new addition recently. So we don't have to wait for Iron Gate to update the ocean biome for us, because we have tons of new ocean creatures, and now we have ships that we can fight. Very fun. Let's make sure we clear this area out in case any players come by here. We don't want them to get attacked by all these fuelings. Let's see. So yeah, are the Neurodrome ones also supporting mods for the Monsternomicon stuff? The basement, which I showed you guys earlier. What's that, Kondo?
Yeah, they're supporting. So whilst there's a lot of mods installed, a lot of them are dependency mods.
Yeah, they just support other mods. Yeah, so I don't have a lot to say about them, but these modders are amazing because they put in the work for them. Odin Plus, the basements one. Odin Plus, the clutter. It's that bucket I showed you with all new build items. My Buddy from Odin Plus. We're actually going to be removing My Buddy and swapping it out for Odin Plus Goodest Buddy. It's a very similar mod, but it's one that is more up to date than My Buddy. We were having some problems with My Buddy, so Goodest Boy will replace it. My Buddy added a was it a border collie, right?
Yeah.
A border collie that's running around in the meadows, and you can befriend it, or tame it and breed it.
I just spawned one here, so you can see it. Show it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this will be replaced. Oh, the border collie loves us. But yeah, so this is fun. It's like an early game wolf that can run around and help you fight stuff. And if you just find one running around in the forest and you don't have much gear on you, if you're just starting out, just follow it, because it'll run around and kill everything for you until it gets killed itself, and you can get some free loot that way. And good luck trying to catch your first one. They're so hard to catch and tame, but it's fun. But the Goodest Buddy, it changes it into a German Shepherd, I believe. So if this one gets updated, maybe we'll bring it back and have two doggies running around. But we have this one is not updated yet.
Yeah, this is one of the mods that is holding us back from the new update of Valheim.
Yeah. This and one other one. Let's see. Architect to build more. So yeah, this added one of those tools with all the new build pieces. Odin ship added obviously all the cool new ships. Potions Plus added new potions to the game. Alchemy, basically. It added the alchemy profession, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Stacked bars are just the decorative stacks. Honey Plus, Olaz added new foods that you can make with honey. So honey has more use. Another supporting mod here by Randy Knapp. Bon Appetit, new food and cooking stations by Rocker Kitten. You rock.
Lots of food.
Yeah, lots of foods that need balancing, right, Kondo?
Yes, to come.
And then I'm going to go through these next few kind of quickly, because Smooth Brain, all these here are new skills and professions: blacksmithing, building, cooking. Creature level and loot control. It puts us in control of creature level and loot and how they spawn around the world, and it creates those zones in the world that mobs get tougher as you go further away from the center. Darwin Awards is just a fun thing where it adds a death feed to our server. So when somebody dies in game, we have a channel on Discord that says they died, and Vaste has written a bunch of funny sayings. Vaste and a few others have written a bunch of funny sayings for how people die. And one of them, of course, if you die, you could randomly get so-and-so was given the business. Evasion, farming, jewel crafting, lumberjacking, mining, pack horse. So this is increases your maximum carry weight. Vaste, can you tell people how they level their pack horse skill?
Doing the sad walk.
Doing the sad walk? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You're like this. Oh.
When you are overcome, it looks like you are sad or crumble, and
It looks like you're
Going
crying
slow.
too because you're sweating, right?
You don't have to be fully encumbered. You just need to be 10% within the max.
Oh, 10% within max. Oh, okay. Do you go up faster if you're fully encumbered, or is it the same?
No, same.
Ah, okay. So there you go. Just get within 10% and stay there, and
Oh.
you can, and it increases your carrying capacity. Just the weight limit, right, Kondo? Not actually
Correct.
more slots.
no.
Yeah, just the weight limit.
There's
Yeah.
a funny comic with the Darwin Awards. Jeremiah says the new pizza flavor is Jeremiah.
Oh yeah. If you die, it could say the new pizza flavor is Jeremiah Pizza.
We have a question.
Yo, what? Okay.
There's how to change the fuel, the auto fuel, in the one we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So
So if you hit F1 in the game, it'll bring up your configuration manager, and then you just go to the auto fuel one, and it'll have all the settings that you can tweak there if you want. I can demonstrate it here. So auto fuel, and then right here. So drop range, anything that's on the ground, it's set to 5 by my server default. So if it's within 5 meters, it'll get pulled in as a fuel source. You can just completely disable the mod if you want, which might be a good idea if you're going to somebody else's build, if you have changed any of these, especially if you've increased any ranges. Fireplace, just a whole bunch of for each different type you can turn off too if you don't want to fuel certain things. And then
Why did we introduce that mod, Jiroc?
Oh, so we introduced this because we used to use a mod that just automatically filled all campfires and torches, because on our vanilla server, it's tedious with a multiplayer server that runs 24/7, never goes down, always has players on it. You load up all your torches with fuel, and then it just burns through them because other players are on when you're not even online. So we introduced a mod that just automatically fuels everything, doesn't require any resources or anything. Then for this, what's that, Kondo?
And it only activates when someone's in the area too, so it won't
Yeah.
just consume all your materials.
Yeah. We didn't want free lighting anymore. We wanted to give the players something to do so that they actually have to go out and get those resources and start markets around those things. Maybe a player wants to start a business where they're going to help fuel, or sell fuel supplies if somebody else doesn't want to deal with that part of the game, right? Because it's all about play style. So if you don't want to build a gray dwarf farm for the wood and the resin, and you just don't want to deal with it, but you want to have supplies, then somebody can sell them on the marketplace for you, and you can just pick them up there or trade them with other players. So now you actually have to fill your own fires.
there's a great comment from Gozar. He's
What he
saying that the mounts attack now, so that's something I will test after this stream.
Well, it's funny because
And-
that was the one thing I asked him for, and he said, it's a huge thing that he would have to do, and he didn't know when he would get to it, but we'll have to see how well it works.
Yeah, and halitosis is demanding for more knife.
More knives. Do we not have
Why not?
a mod that adds any knives to the game?
No. No. It's
Mm.
one of the things on the look for things, so we are open for if you have some good mod about that, we can check it out. Who
Yeah,
knows?
suggest a knife mod. We'll take a look at it.
Maybe you
Um,
you will have to commission one halitosis.
yeah. So yeah, back to Smooth Brains professions here. Pack horse, and this is just the professions that adds the profession system. Then there's ranching, taming animals faster, and you increase the yield. Sailing, which is the ability to sail the nicer ships. Server characters is another one that Smoothbrain did that just basically it saves your character on the server. So this prevents anybody from playing that character on another server accidentally or purposefully and then coming to this server with increased skills or other gear that they shouldn't have because whatever character was saved on their server, as soon as they log in, it writes over your character on your local save folder to match the servers. Only for this modded server, of course. It won't touch any of your other character profiles.
Mhm.
But yeah, so your character is saved on the server, not locally. Tenacity is it reduces damage taken. It's a passive skill that can raised, and you level it by taking damage. Vitality increases base health, and I'm guessing this goes up by taking damage also.
By eating, by
Eating.
increasing your
Oh, the more you eat, so you got to be a glutton, huh?
yeah,
Food,
for all the grottos
puke,
out there.
puke berries, food, puke berries, over and over, right?
Uh,
Colorful Signs is a mod that we've allowed even on our vanilla servers because it doesn't have to be installed on a server. It's optional, but you can change the color of the signs. This is a supporting mod for that. The Bee's Decree, 300 new build pieces, Valkia. That was one of those build tools I showed you.
Yep.
Tyronheim's Gizmo. We're actually going to be switching this over to Comfy Gizmo because Comfy Gizmo has been updated recently and is more. This one hasn't been updated in a long time, but Comfy Gizmo now goes between both build modes. If Apollyon is listening to this stream, it does both build modes, the one that you like and the one you don't like. So you can switch back and forth depending on what you need. And it has all the other options too to toggle, how many rotation points you have and toggle on the circles and all the stuff that this mod has. It now has everything. It has both build modes. So we're going to be when the server gets updated in the mod pack, this will come out. The other one will come in. Wacky Mole's amazing modder. Again,
Yeah.
sorry. Please donate to him if you want to support modders. His database is absolutely necessary for a modded server to help us control basically what you need to build items. If we want to change anything about an item, its stats or anything to rebalance it, and we can't do it in the mod that the item comes with, we can do it in Wacky Database. And he has rare magic portals also, which is what allows us to limit portals to a special build item. And what is it called, Kondo? A portal fluid or portal potion? What is it called?
The game code's Portal Magic Fluid, I think.
Yeah.
But it's Magic Portal Potion, pretty much.
Magic portal potion. So it basically gives you the ability to. The players could start off with magic portal potions right when they get dropped down from the Valkyrie, or you can limit them to none like we did, and then we unlock them with our starter quest.
Correct, yeah. So by default, we can activate it as soon as they drop in with a brand new character. But we put it through the quest system because it's JotunQuest.
Yeah. Yep. JotunQuest. Valheim modding, Jotun is one of Jules is one of the modders on that, and the entire Valheim modding team. This is just a supporting mod. It's of libraries for modders. It's super valuable mod. And then Hook Gen Patcher again is a supporting mod. And then Sun's Bepanex pack is the mod that allows you to run all the other mods. So this one is required by everything. Every mod requires this one. So I think that's about it. Unless anybody else has any questions, if everybody here in Discord, if you guys want to unmute, if you have any comments, you want to say hi, you want to give a shout out to YouTube, you're welcome to. I'm pretty much done with the demo and Q&A that I wanted to do. But if anybody else has anything to add or ask, now would be the time. Well, look how good we are. We answered all their questions. No more questions ever will be asked. Perfect.
They are speechless.
Yeah, at least for the moment. Cool. Well, that's that was JotunQuest, Valheim modded. Come play with us. We have a great... even though we have all these mods and all this content stuff, my servers are really about the players in the community. So if you're looking for a fun community, check us out. You can even just hang out in Discord and talk to people. They'll talk to you. They're friendly. They'll answer questions. They get to know you. We have lots of people on our Discord server who don't play on the servers too. Yep, if you do want to play, again, just go to my website, submit the application, let us know that you want to play, and then we'll see you hopefully in the future. All right. Well, Kondo, Vaste, thank you for staying up late and getting up early and joining me today for this live stream.
You're welcome.
It was
Thanks
fun.
to everyone for
Thank you.
joining.
Yeah, thank you so much. And somebody did ask a question just now about how can they get the Odin Cape DLC? Where can you get that? Well, in vanilla, you have to have been an early a beta tester. If you want to get it, use it, you have to download mods. And it would be Yurei Kusala's server dev commands, world edit, and Infinity Hammer. Install those three, and then you can spawn them in. Don't know if you can use them though. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
there's a mod around.
Yeah, I think there's a mod somewhere around that enables it for you to put on, but I don't know what it is. I just put it on. I don't know. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Have fun out there.
Bye.